All right, guys, we're back. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy CMB checking in, and we are live. And I thought I'd go live before I get out of here, run some errands before the big fight tonight. You guys know we have uh, the big fight at welterweight. We have the WBC champion Mario Barrios putting his title on the line versus Ryan Garcia. We're going to talk about that a little bit. Barrios in particular. We're also going to talk a little bit about Conor Benn's situation, and we're going to talk about Floyd Money Mayweather Jr. That's what we're going to talk about first. And a lot of people's ears perked up because Floyd said that he's coming back. He's unretiring from the sport of boxing. And I want to read this to you guys. I saw this in Fox News here. It says that after 9 years away from the sport, he will make his return, Floyd that is, will make his return to the ring for a match under a promotional deal with CSI Sports / Fight Sports. I'm going to quote Floyd here. He says, "I still have what it takes to set more records in the sport of boxing," Mayweather said in a statement. "From my upcoming Mike Tyson event to my next professional fight afterwards, no one will generate bigger gate, have a larger global broadcast audience, and generate more money with each event than my events." So I guess the Mike Tyson exhibition is still on. I think I think it's sometime this spring. I think he's fighting Mike Tyson in the spring, and then he's going to fight a real fight. So, like I said, a lot of people's ears perked up once they heard that. Now, here's the thing. Everyone's been speculating whether or not Floyd Mayweather is broke. And I'm on record saying that I didn't think he was broke because, every year we hear stories of Floyd being broke. And then, of course, people were thinking that because of the lawsuit with Showtime and Steven Espinosa. And I'm hearing that he settled out of court with his former advisor, Al Heyman. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's the rumors that he settled out of court. So my thing is this. Now that he's coming back, I think Floyd's almost 49 years old. There could be something to that he might not have as much money as he once did. We see a lot of these guys coming back. Floyd's coming back. Pacquiao, I think he's doing another exhibition bout. You guys know he just fought Barrios not that long ago. Uh, you have Mike Tyson, of course. He's fighting Floyd in an exhibition. And Ronda Rousey, I think she's fighting Gina Carano. I think that's her name. I'm not really prevalent with MMA. But yeah, a lot of these old heads are showing up. And, can you really blame them if they are coming for money? I mean, times are hard. We know that, regular folks know that, how the struggle is right now. Uh, I can't knock anybody for trying to make a buck, man. So, hey, if he can get in the ring and do it, we'll see. Now, what I'm interested in is when he does come back, will he be fighting at 147? Will he be fighting at 154? Will he give Manny Pacquiao a rematch? That's a lucrative fight. I think he'll make good with that. Uh, I think what would be interesting to me if he went in the ring with someone like Devin the Dream Haney, because you guys know him and Bill Haney don't really, they got some bad blood going there. That would be interesting to see. And I don't know, man. We'll see if he's going to fight, guys that aren't that great, or if he's going to fight the young lions. We'll see. I mean, Floyd's kept up with his, he's. I would say Floyd, he still spars. He still, keeps himself in decent shape. So, he might not be as bad as people think he'll be coming back. But, we'll have to wait and see about that. But anyway, let me know what you guys think about Floyd coming back. Is that something you want to see? Is that something that, you just wish he would just go away? I'm going to say this. If he wants to come back, if he wants to fight a real fight, I'm all for it. But we'll see about that. Now, I want to talk about Mario Barrios because there's a rumor going around that he's sick. And I did see a video here. Let me see if I can pull it up of him when he was looking for his gloves, picking out his gloves. That he was sniffling and he just sounded nasal. So let me play this for you guys. Let me pull it up here.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. They'll be brought to your weight on 147. Glove selection is done. We're ready.
All right, so I don't know if you guys heard that. He was blowing his nose. He was sniffling, and he just, like I said, he sounded nasal in the fight. So people are saying now that it's possible that he has the flu. Now I don't know if he has the flu. I don't know if it sounds like he has a cold to me. Could this be a problem in a fight? Possibly it could be. I'm sticking with my pick. I said that I think Barrios wins by unanimous decision. I'm not going to flip flop on that because I hear him sniffling. But it could be an issue. It could affect his timing. It could affect his, speed, his ability to think in the ring, with a cold, with a head cold. So, it worries me a little bit. But I think, I picked Mario Barrios because I feel that he's a superior fighter than Ryan Garcia. I think he has the better jab. I think he has, the better technical ability, the better footwork. He's been in the ring, uh, with a lot better fighters, in my opinion, than Tank Davis. I mean, than Brian Garcia. They both been in the ring with Tank Davis. He's been in the ring with Keith Thurman, Yordenis Ugas. You guys know he beat Yordenis Ugas. Uh, Manny Pacquiao. So, he has a lot of big names, I would say, on his resume. So I think experience plays a big factor in this fight, in my opinion. So I think Barrios can pull it out as long as his defense is tight and he listens to his trainer. I think he can pull this one out. I don't think I don't want to make an excuse because he has a cold. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to stick with my pick. I think Barrios wins this fight by unanimous decision, but we'll see. Now, the last thing I want to talk about Conor Benn and the situation with him and Eddie Hearn. If you guys didn't know, Conor Benn just signed with Zuffa Boxing, and it came out of nowhere. It came out. A lot of people were surprised, and I think I heard Dan Raphael say that it's a one fight deal, and he's getting upwards of $15 million for that fight. Hey, what's going on? What's going on there? He's getting up to 15 million. Now, here's the thing. Eddie Hearn was caught off guard by this, and I want to play this for you guys. I want you guys to listen to this, and I'm going to get my thoughts on this.
Where Conor Benn, who you've had from day dot, has signed a deal, a promotional deal with Zuffa Boxing. So, I mean, I'll give you the floor to kind of give us a bit of context around this because, yeah, this is insane.
Yeah, no, look, I've known about this for a few days now, what was unfolding. I actually received an email from Conor Benn's lawyer to make me aware of it. Look, I'm not going to sit here and hang Conor Benn out to dry, but I've got to be honest with you, me personally, pretty devastated. Like,
Hey,
I've
I'm
had a
doing
few
pretty
days
good.
to digest what might happen, so maybe this interview's different to what it would have been a couple of days ago. And like you, it's not often you get shocked, and I blame myself. I blame myself because I forgot it was boxing, and I was like, I just felt that the loyalty that we've shown would never ever put us in this position, and I just felt that I never really needed to push Conor Benn to sign a new contract previously, and I probably could have got him to sign a new contract previously, but like I said, I blame myself. I made a mistake because I misjudged the character. And again, I'm not going to hang him out to dry, and he will say, well, it was a big offer, right? But, when I received the email from his lawyer, I texted him and said, I think we should have a call. I think you, for everything I've done for you, I think I deserve a call. And he said no. And I was like, man, fuck. I can't believe it. And,
All right, guys. So you heard that. Eddie Hearn, he sounds like he's devastated that Conor Benn, he thought him and Conor Benn were tight, and Conor Benn signed that deal with Zuffa Boxing and Dana White. Now, like I said, I'm hearing that it's a $15 million fight deal, a one fight deal. And honestly, who's going to turn that down? Especially a guy who isn't a champion, getting that much money. She's probably not going to turn that down. But I will say this, I don't think it's cool to not speak to Eddie Hearn. He did go out on a limb for you when you were going through the Eggland's best situation, and he was the only one that stuck by your side. He was there for you. A lot of people, loyalty, man, it's crazy, man. There's no loyalty these days. And my thing is, I don't think you should burn your bridges like that, because you never know when you have to cross that bridge again. So I would at least spoke to the guy, at least told him face to face, not send my lawyer. If you guys had some type of relationship, you should be a man about it. You should discuss it with him, and make your decision, but just let him know. Talk to the guy. He put himself on the line for you, and you kind of just spit in his face. But I will say this: it's kind of karma for Eddie Hearn, because Eddie Hearn is, he's done some pretty messed up stuff himself. You see what he did with Devin Haney. When Devin Haney was working with him, Devin Haney was the best thing since sliced bread. Then once Devin wasn't working with him anymore, Devin Haney's boring. So, he plays that game too. And I think it's kind of karma, that this is happening to him. But I still think Conor Benn, if they were tight like that, he should have at least talked to the guy. I think that just makes more sense. But I can't really blame him for taking the money. Like I said, it's hard times that people are living in. $15 million deal, that's nothing to sneeze at. That could take care of your family for the rest of your days. But anyway, that's my thoughts on that, guys. My day's going great. Hey everybody, how's it going? But yeah, I'm going to get out of here because I got to get things done before the fight tonight. Let me know in the comment section if you guys are watching. Whoever watches the replay, who do you have? Do you think there'll be a knockout? I'm going with Barrios. You guys know that. I think Frank Martin wins tonight. I'm still not sure about Gary Russell and Andy Hiroka. That's a toss-up fight, man. Both of those guys are fire. So I'm not sure about that fight. Who else is fighting? I can't remember who else is fighting, but those are the guys that I have tonight. Let me know how you guys feel about it in the comment section. It's the CMB. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. And I'm out. Peace.